StumbleQuest is back and ready to fuck your dad.
That's a cold open right there.
Gather round and listen to a tale of brave souls, big and small, where they go on adventures, where they may trip but never fall. Trials, triumphs, and doing their best. Join us, friends, on a Stumble Quest.
Last time on Stumble Quest, the gang is on the high seas with Mondan boats in hot pursuit. But through the combined efforts of party and crew, wind walls, lightning strikes, troll skeletons, and anchor turns, our heroes slip through an obscuring fog towards escape and freedom.
Art ran to the boat, I think, on water.
Mm-hmm.
So Art's probably winded.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pun intended and accepted. Yeah. The instant that we are in, like, safety, like, the instant that the boats are kind of, like, out of sight and it's clear that, like, no one is coming after us, Art is just gonna, like, lie down.
Fair.
On like the top of the boat, like he's not like gone down to the sleeping quarters or anything. He's just gonna lie down.
As we're leaving, Oswalt's in full captain mode, running around the ship, making sure everything's getting done. And if he needs something done and there isn't necessarily somebody available because everybody's exhausted from running to a boat or doing whatever, he just does like a quick and then the blue mist pops and then a skeleton runs out and starts doing the job that he needs. Because he wants he wants everybody out as fast as possible. He wants this boat moving at full efficiency. So the rest of the crew, I would imagine if they're paying attention at all, would take note that Oswalt is not straining at all to summon these basic skeletons anymore. It's just a flick of his wrist and then a burst of blue mist and then a skeleton is like, meh.
What a nice little rhyme you got going there.
The first thing that came into mind was that fucking Simpsons meme of, I'm in danger. At long last, you have set sail once more, Mondan now but an indistinguishable shape on the horizon. The late afternoon sun bathes you in heat as it begins its journey downward, the slightest hints of orange beginning to dye the clouds above the waves, as the waves lap up against your ship. Having made a daring escape after a harrowing batch of experiences, you have come out victorious. You have found yourself one step closer to discovering the truth behind the ruins south of Coombe, which you could now confidently label as Tesseran in nature. You have come into possession of a great many trinkets, including one intensely guarded relic of great power from ages long past. You have encountered the Church of the One God in earnest now, and have recovered an artifact from them as well. For now, at least, you can sit back, relax for a bit, and say, mission accomplished.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have that fucking guy's mace.
Got the mace, yeah. You
have the mace. You have a ring that you don't know what it does.
Yeah.
The iron ring from the Drake that I just remembered.
Yeah.
Can Damia identify objects?
Yeah. Is Damia a wizard?
So, actually.
In any capacity. If Damia is a wizard, she can identify.
Kind of. She's less necromancer than Oswalt is. Ooh. Why, yes, she can, actually.
Can we get Damia to identify, like, all of our magical...
Yeah, Oswalt approaches Damia. Hey, when you get some free time, can you do me a favor? And he just puts all his unidentified objects on a table and goes, I don't know what any of this stuff does. I was wearing the ring and I felt a surge of power, but I don't know what that means. Help me, please help.
She is silent for a bit after Oswalt is done talking, expecting him to continue going on. And she's like, oh, yes, of course. We'll get to work on that right away.
Fantastic is what I meant to say.
I think the fancy is perfect.
Fancy.
Actually.
Yeah.
Can we just adapt that?
I'm trying to figure out what I have here that actually needs to be masterwork leather gloves. I know the sigil ring. No, I only have the magic ring unidentified and the mace.
I assume Art would see this happening, and at some point, probably not in the same instance that Oswalt does, but when she's like setting up to go do the identifying, he will also bring her the gloves. I really want to know what these fucking gloves do.
All right, fantastic.
Don't we have boots that need to be identified as well? One of us?
No, we know what my boots do.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, make me fast. I'm wearing fast boots.
Fast
They might be
boots.
cursed, but like, I don't think they are.
No, they're not cursed.
They're
Because
just
you
fast.
can take them off.
Yeah.
Like, safely. They're not,
Yeah.
like, doing anything negative to you. Damia sets up a little kind of workstation for herself, lays everything out, and is working her magics to identify these items. It takes a little bit, because she does have to concentrate to cast these spells, but she explains that the iron ring is enchanted with the spell Ram, which literally sends out a ghostly looking ram head
Cool.
50 feet in front
That's
of you.
Awesome.
It has 50 charges,
Oh, damn.
50?
and you can choose to
50?
expend up to 50. You can choose to spend up to 3 charges, and if you do that, it can do up to 3d6. So 1 charge is 1d6, 2 charges are 2d6. Yeah. And also, depending on how many charges you spend, it has bonuses to hit as well. It counts as a bold rush. So the 1 charge does not get any plus. 2
Yeah.
charges has a +1. 3 charges has a +2.
And sorry, the name of the spell is what?
Ram. It's
Ram.
literally just called Ram.
Okay. Lit. I'm going to keep
Mhm.
that.
It's pretty rad.
While Damia is identifying all of these, Oswald's been bringing her like food and drink so that she doesn't have to worry about that for however long this takes.
That's so fucking kind of you.
He's a
I
sweet
can't believe
boy,
it.
despite the whole...
Oswald knows that the book is different now and he's seeing things in it that other people can't. He knows that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's concerning.
Mhm.
Once again, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
He doesn't think so.
Okay, so for the gloves,
Oh, please.
here is what your gloves do. Once per combat encounter, the wearer can envelop themselves in an inspiring divine aura. This can either give a single allied target +3 to attack rolls and +2 to AC for 1d4 turns, or +1 to attack and +1 to AC to all allies excluding summons for 1d4 +1 turns. A range of 80 feet. And the casting time is a standard action. Additionally, the wearer gains a permanent +1 to willpower and fortitude saves.
Oh. So I can just mark that down. Like, is that a permanent effect?
Yeah. Well, as long as you wear them.
That's
He's
fucking
been wearing
awesome.
them. He's gonna put them back on.
And just for your own knowledge, I have named the gloves Orum's Divine Hand.
Oh.
Divine Hand.
Daddy's gloves.
Daddy's
Daddy
gloves. Just gonna call them daddy gloves.
Daddy's gloves.
Mm-hmm.
These are
You
my daddy
certainly-
issue gloves.
You certainly can call them that. I don't know that you should.
Daddy gloves.
Daddy gloves.
Don't like that.
Do we get any information about the mace?
Yes. Everything's going great when she's identifying the other 2 things. Oh, also, I'm assuming that you get that fucking helmet that you picked up in the dungeon. Identified the clearly
Oh, yeah,
cursed
I had
one.
that.
Sure, yeah,
I'll
the
give it-
obviously
I'll give
cursed
it.
helmet that we've never put on.
Yeah.
She identifies that one faster than the other ones and very dismissively pushes it to the edge of her workstation and is like, "That's cursed." If you put that on, not only will you be unable to take it back off, it will also severely damage your mind. mechanically, that would be a -6 to your intelligence score.
That's what I kept.
Bro,
Like, why the fuck am I a moron? I literally, out of all the things we found, I was just like, that's the one I'm going to keep for me to my person. The
Throw it
guy's helmet.
overboard. Throw it overboard.
Yeah, just throw that in the
No,
ocean.
I am not. I'm keeping it. I'm going
Sell
to
it.
find a use for this.
You're
fucking
gonna
thing I've been
slam it
carrying
on
around.
someone's
I'm going to
head.
put it on someone. You know
Oh,
that I'm
yeah.
going to put it on someone.
Oh,
That's
God.
really...
You already have curse.
Yeah, well, I don't care. I want more.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not enough. You know, this
Yeah.
is for a special occasion.
they're passionate about curses. Another
Yeah.
one for the bank, baby.
Does Knack have anything that Knack wants identified as well? Just
I don't think I got anything. I don't think
you
I've
have
got
that
anything. for
little
that entire
totem
excursion.
thingy.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. I think I already
Okay.
know what it kind of does, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Right?
Well, let's do the mace really quickly, and then I'll do the little totem, the little life god sigil thing. So, it takes her a little bit longer to identify the mace. She's working it, and as she finishes the identify spell with this one, she looks very concerned. She also does the same thing as with the helmet and kind of puts it at the edge of her workstation. Is like, it's very strong. The actual mace is powerful. Mechanically, it has +2 damage on a successful
okay.
attack. It crits on a 19 and a 20.
Ooh.
It has a 3rd level smite evil, and on a will save, the target, if they fail, would be dazzled, so they'd have minuses to their attack rolls.
But
But the orb in the middle of it, it's like a raw life force, and it seems like the mace itself is keeping it stable. You could remove it. If you remove it, it becomes a bomb.
Hmm.
A huge bomb.
so the mace is alive?
No, the
Just
orb
the
is
thing
alive.
is a lot, but it's not quite a lot. It's like if you took a piece of your soul, just a little strand of it, and put it into a ball, but then made it wildly explosive.
Oh. This mace has bad vibes.
Brix goes
Yeah.
up to the mace and she does the like got your nose thing with it. And she's all like, "Haha, you big nerd, you stuck in there, and I got your nose." And then she tucks it into her cape.
And then she
The nose.
explodes.
Yeah, the nose.
Jesus.
But as long as the life force remains in the mace, it's stable.
It seems like it.
He'll never get his nose back.
And it will never get its nose back.
The nose is securely away from the orb, yes.
I'm not gonna lie, Art wants to use this mace.
Mm.
Oswalt turns to whoever's there and gestures to the mace and just goes, "Well, it's I was carrying it. It's not really my style. So if anybody wants it, it's open to the crew."
He'll pick it up. I mean, I'm not gonna disassemble it.
Yet?
Not yet.
You never know when a big old bomb might be coming in handy.
I mean, that's true
Yeah.
too. It seems... I don't know why we would carry it around if we're not going to use it.
Yeah.
And we need to keep it, so...
Just be careful, please.
Yeah, this is like walking around with a stick of fucking dynamite.
Well, and this, I think, also
And hitting people with it.
brings up the
Yeah.
question of, can we produce the other orbs that we have that are unprotected?
Yeah, they are different though. Clearly. I
The
guess now we know how they were different. They have to be like that. We were right. We were looking at these and the other orbs that we had from the shield and stuff. They look different.
We've confirmed that some feel like batteries
Yeah.
and some do not.
Yes. The 3 like cylinder thingies that you took out of the spaceship, not spaceship temple with the strange aliens that wanted Orangina.
Canon.
Yeah, it's canon now. Yeah, they were real.
Yeah.
Funny little aliens. Those cylinders, they definitely do seem like they just carry a charge, so to speak. The other 2, they feel a little bit more similar to the orb and the mace in that they actively have like a magical purpose to them, and it's clearly a similar source. Like the magic source is very similar, but
they've got the little like capacitors on them, right? Like the little like
they have
on
that. And while the ones in the first orb and in the shield thing, the amplifier, they kind of have this gentle bubbling glow in the centers of them. The one in the center of the mace is just like a ball of light. And it, again, is just like wildly unstable. And it's the only one that feels like it's, I hesitate to say alive, but it feels like it has an active life force in it.
Minus a nose.
Okay.
Minus a nose. The nose is gone now, so it's lost its sense of smell. So you have an advantage.
Yeah, and we were able to identify that this felt like a new thing, and the other ones felt like the old things.
Yes.
So same technology, but this is like people trying to replicate an ancient technology today, and it's a little bit more unstable, I guess, is kind of where we're at. Okay.
Something akin to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously she wouldn't be able to tell you about any of that. She can just tell you what it does.
No, but we can kind of start to infer from like the similarities we can see, and maybe getting her to confirm that these things feel like they're of similar origin, because we suspect it, right? But all we can do is look with our eyeballs. She can look with magical knowledge.
She would be able to, yes, confirm your suspicion that it seems like one is like an imitation of the other, or at the very least, like a very similar kind of process. She's able to confidently say that the shield thing only functions as an amplifier, and that it's really just the core of it that actually functions. The rest of it is just to make it wearable and kind of like wieldable in any fashion. The orb, she's a little bit more confounded by. She's like, it's like a key.
A key to what?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's supposed to open something, but like go with. It's like it's supposed to go. She's like gesturing to both things. She's like pointing at the shield and holding up the orb and like kind of moving them around as she's speaking. It's like it's supposed to fit with this, and she's clinking it against it and is like, but it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
So it's supposed to. I don't know.
Hey, wild guess here, but these things have provided power to some of the stuff that we've seen them be a part of. Is this a thing we could use on those engines in the boat, maybe? So we still don't...
But the cylinder thingies?
Maybe.
The batteries?
Yeah, I don't know. We still don't know what they do.
Yeah. Batteries or the keys or...
Yeah, because the ghost said it needed a power source. Remember the boast goat? Ghost boat?
Boast goat?
Boast
Ghost
goat?
boat?
Speaking of ghosts,
Boat
Nick,
ghosts.
you're very cursed right now. It's gone.
Yes? Maybe? I
mean, I don't think that's what it's for. I'm just wondering if we could use it for that. Yeah.
We could talk.
It seems like it would make sense to me, but I'm not an engineer.
I'm also like, did Damien know that there was a ghost on the boat? I guess Damien knew that there was a ghost.
She would have been on the boat.
On the boat when we discovered the ghost. Yeah. Okay.
Like the what?
No, who wouldn't know that there's a ghost on the boat?
The what and the what?
Larian. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's a ghost on the boat. There's a ghost on the boat.
The ghost was actually was quite helpful when we were
very
coming to pick you guys
very
up.
helpful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The ghost.
I knew
help
I
you
liked that
with
ghost.
That teleportation.
Okay, so there was a after we got your initial letter saying that things were, shall we say, suboptimal. Vaka and I made the decision to disembark and just kind of hang out near the coasts in case of emergency. shortly thereafter, we found that the ship was no longer adhering to our commands, shall we say, and the ghost appeared once more before us and was very upset that most of the people that had made the promise to him were no longer around and was getting impatient about the completion of the boat. And that's about when we got the next letter back, and we were trying to figure out a plan, and so we made another deal with the ghost. And the ghost helped us to disappear and reappear in the bay. And yeah, it all worked out.
What was the other
What
promise that you
deal
made
did you
to the
make?
ghost?
It was pretty much just rehashing the old one. We were just like, we need to figure out how to help them so that we can help you.
Hmm.
Okay, so no additional ghostly. You know what? I think maybe I'll just go talk to the ghost.
Okay.
Quick thing though, seeing how most of the people are here, before you go talk to the ghost, I feel like first thing we need to hash out, where the fuck are we going?
I'm gonna go talk to the ghost. Away from here, Oswalt.
That's a solid start. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can all decide. I think I've done more than enough on that front.
Okay.
One last thing. This little token, this trinket totem of Knack's. Obviously, you can see that it is a symbol of the life god. It appears to have within it the power of nature itself. And in order to actually utilize it, it seems like you need to perform some sort of a ritual and attach it to something. It doesn't seem like it has to be anything specifically, so you could probably attach it to like a staff or a sword, something like that.
Knack looks at his lovingly crafted Githka.
That could work.
Interesting.
Yes, it seems like it would be fascinating at the very least.
I've seen it react to my magic on many occasions, so this makes sense.
That makes sense to me, yes. As for what the ritual is, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to help you with that. I imagine you would probably have more of an idea of that, or at least where to start, than I would.
This is a good start. I have ways of finding out.
Very good.
Knack holds the pendant in both hands, like he's treasuring it.
Good. It has a nice, pleasant feeling in your hands.
That's good. At least it's not evil. At least it's not an evil tracking device like we thought it was.
Honey
No,
coughed
that
up
old
a
man
hairball.
was so nice.
He was great,
What the fuck?
but we were also like,
We're just so suspicious of all of Jeff's NPCs.
yeah, we were like, is he like an agent?
Oh man,
Is he a sleeper agent?
just
I
had
should have been-
goats.
Yeah, he was just a nice goat man.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of goats, this whole time, Junior has been licking the back of Brix's head.
Yay, my boy!
And like pushing Brix's head forward every single
Yeah,
time.
like really forcefully.
really hard,
And-
yeah, pulling off hair.
That is
Oh gosh.
disgusting.
He's grooming me. He's learning.
So Brix has like a big thing of fur sticking up in the back. Big cow lick.
She looks very content, and maybe if you listen hard enough, you can hear her purring a little bit.
That's nice.
Yes.
So I think that's the first time you've ever described Brix as purring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I want Art to take the batteries and an orb down to see the ghost. That's what he's.
Sweet.
And he has equipped that mace. I'm gonna get those stats from you again because I am
So many weapons.
100% using that mace in battle. Well, Larian still has his sword, and at this point will probably keep his sword now that I have another close range weapon.
Okay.
So he only has a bow, a halberd, and a mace.
And then incredibly cursed maze.
And it's not incredibly cursed, it's incredibly useful.
It's very dangerous.
It's incredibly dangerous, and I would love for him to use it. Yes.
It's like if you put a nuke on a stick.
But the nuke is protected until it breaks.
Which will never happen, right?
Which
right.
will never happen.
You're not wrong.
Never ever.
Yeah, it's super dark in here. You go down to the lower deck to, I assume, approach the engine.
Where the engine is, yeah.
Okay. What do? There's no ghost right now.
If he does only speak Thrycreen, Art will either take Will or Knack with him.
Knack's fine with assisting.
Yeah. So we can just say that, things are being done via translation, if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Because Art does not speak Thrycreen as of yet.
As of yet. You could learn. That's true.
I could learn.
He's got the Hooked on Phonics Thrycreen edition that he's going through while we travel.
I think as we go down below decks and Art's seeing, that there is no ghost for the time being, he actually might just, take another look at this engine now that we have some pieces, basically, and see if there's anywhere. Because I think before Art was able to identify on his own that this seemed like a magical device of some sort without a power supply. But he wasn't sure what it was meant to do, and then we talked to the ghost and figured out boat's supposed to fly, basically.
Can I get you to roll a search?
I can certainly roll a search. That is a 24.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. You're investigating the engine, and the more you look at it, the more it seems like all the moving parts around the frame of the boat, anything were to open up, like with gears or any sort of levers or anything like that, that all seems fine. The big, bulky part that is the actual engine, it seems like there's a lot of things that are just kind of put there to fill space. Seems like a lot of it is very non-functional because clearly Creole had a vague idea of what he was doing.
But maybe
But
some
not
of
a
the
very
pieces
good one.
are just kind of there because they looked right.
Kind of. It seems like he was trying to figure out how to build an engine through trial and error.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could Art basically just start trying to things that he feels are probably not necessary? Could he start kind of putting them off to the side?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to start doing that.
You start doing that. Very quickly you find you have a significant pile of things.
Okay, I was going to say a ghost is there being what the fuck are you doing to my boat?
Yes. As you're taking things away, that bright blue mist begins to swirl around you and appear before you. And a echoey voice shouts, "What are you doing to my ship? How dare you break your promise to me?"
I'm not breaking my promise. I'm actually keeping my promise. And he'll hold up the battery.
He looks at Art's face, then at the batteries, and again at Art's face, and just says, "Explain."
We have sort of identified these as some kind of power source. A power supply that was keeping, admittedly, a very powerful ancient potential deity secure and at rest. That's another thing entirely. But I have reason to believe that these may be strong enough to power whatever it was you were trying to make. But then looking at this and how it's all connecting, I think we may need these pieces elsewhere. Some of these just don't seem to be hooked up to the main mechanisms.
He looks a little embarrassed.
But I think they will be useful to have. I'm not throwing anything overboard by any means.
Interesting. How will you use them? The power supply, I mean.
That will take some thinking, but we did see how they were implemented in the ancient tech that we took them from. So I may have some ideas on how to make some sort of conductor. It will probably still take some trial and error.
I see. Well, I won't forget that you did make a promise.
And he just points at Art and squints.
I am literally down here trying to make good on the promise that we made you. Am I not?
He does not reply and fades away again.
The sassy-ass ghost.
What? Wait.
Classic hostile NPC.
Yeah.
Do what I...
He's a ghost. He has one goal.
Give us a bone. God damn it.
Do what I say. I am
He's
literally
like,
right
"What's
now.
that?"
I'm literally doing the thing you're telling me to do. I'm
like,
sorry
yeah,
you feel
well
embarrassed that your tech that you didn't
Yeah,
know
that's why
what
he's
you were
being
building
hostile,
is like up
actually,
to...
because he's embarrassed that you called him out for not knowing what the fuck he was doing.
Hey,
I
found
am a
this
very
thing.
smart boy.
God damn.
So, after Creole disappears, you hear the sound of something clattering to the floor behind you, and water spilling from whatever was clattered. And...
Not from, like, the outside of the boat.
No.
Okay.
As in, someone dropped a glass of water. Or, like, a metal cup of water, I guess.
Who?
Turning around, you see Larian, drained of color in his face, standing, shocked. Tears welling up in his eyes, and he's like, I don't know what to think about anything anymore.
What
What's happening? Your boat is haunted!
To go,
Yeah.
so what?
Only a little, and the...
Only a little!
You can't be upset.
Brix points in the general direction of where Art was talking to this ghosty boy.
This is not the weirdest thing you've seen. Like, come on.
No, but it's just on top of everything else. I can't do this anymore.
We
I
are...
don't know what to believe. Oh my god! And then the whole. Oh.
I mean, Larian, we are going to get you home, and I admit that we can't just chalk this all up to a bad dream because we are significantly displacing your life, but it may be something of the sort.
It's just everything that I know now. I don't even know if I'd want to go back to my old life, like with everything with the Grand Cleric and the.
I mean, come on, man. I thought we lived on a
guy, the
giant
mummy
turtle.
guy.
It's a terrible.
Like, I don't know. Is any of this like really stuff that the gods would be cool with? And if they are, then I've been worshiping these assholes.
Yes, now we're talking.
I just want to curl up and disappear, man.
Well, you don't need to do that. Admittedly, Havaste and I had our differences.
How do you know any of them are any better?
I don't.
I'm not there, but I look into the camera like The Office.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll like this guy after all.
I don't. Which is why we're out here trying to do things for ourselves. And a lot has happened in a very short amount of time after deciding to do that. If you think it's something you could get used to, you can come with us. But if you just want to go somewhere else and be with your family and live an honest life and act like none of this ever happened, you can do that as well.
He's hanging his head. He just kind of slowly shakes his head and shrugs, not saying anything. He's
Good
just
talk.
tired and sad and scared. Like, visibly is shaken.
Art's gonna go over and just give him a hug.
He takes a second and then hugs Art back very tightly.
And this is where the fan fiction starts.
I think, yeah, right.
Art, I'm scared. Can I sleep in your bed?
They're hammocks, so good fucking luck.
Can't sleep in a hammock. Fucking uncomfortable.
Knack is like, that's the breaking point. I'm scarier than that.
Okay.
I love how everybody's in this room suddenly.
I just thought I had a second to breathe.
No, Knack was always here. Knack was always here.
Oh, then there was a ghost. It was just the last straw.
As like the potential translator. It was a ghost. This is supposed to be the boat where the weird shit doesn't happen. I get it. We didn't.
There's a tree on it. If he assumed this boat was normal, that's on him.
It's a good thing Oswalt's not there, because he could just be like, I can make those. What are you freaked out about?
I mean, if you're going to say it like that, I can make those too. It's not that difficult.
The Necromancer Assassin Patrol.
Yeah, so I think as Art hugs him back, he's just gonna say, listen, go get a new glass of water and maybe go lie down and we'll continue working down here.
How come when I spill water all over the place, you tell me to clean it up? This guy drops a glass and you're like, oh, go upstairs and like take a nap or whatever.
We're on a boat. We can't afford any more water.
First of all, I don't know when I've ever told you to clean anything up. And if I have, you've never done it.
When I'm sitting on the table and I just kind of look you in the eye and like flick the glass off, you tell me to clean it up.
Yeah, and I don't think you've ever actually cleaned it up.
Nah, but the thought was there.
I thought of telling you to clean it. Yes, it was. That's fine. You know what? It's fine. The result is going to be the same in that I am going to clean up the water.
Art's clean mom.
Art's just mom.
So listening to this interaction as Larian starts to turn and walk away a little bit, I wouldn't say that he looks necessarily upbeat, but the interaction between Art and Brix has definitely lifted his mood a little bit.
I mean, to be fair...
Like, there's like a look on his face where he's just like, classic Art.
I was gonna say, like, to be fair, Art has not been able to be himself for, like, this entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Larian was really thrown into the shit of it. Let's be real.
Yeah,
We've all been,
right
like, the fucking frogs in the boiling water, and someone just slammed Larian into a pot and was like, burn, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Art will likely spend his day trying to figure out if there is a way to, like, route power from these batteries to the engine. So if there are rolls I can make for that, cool. But he's probably going to be occupied there for the day.
Yeah, I was going to say really quick, what time is it?
If there's any sunlight left, it's like the teeniest little sliver, like on the edge of the horizon, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Mm-hmm, okay.
Evening to night vibes, yeah.
Yeah, if it's not like fully nighttime, there's just like a...
Art's probably gonna work on this late and do a little trance about it. He's got something to busy his hands, and shit's been real bad lately. And you know what? Maybe just sitting down and tinkering away at whatever this is gonna help.
That sounds good. So can I get you to roll just a base knowledge, so your intelligence? And then I also wanted to ask what Will was up to.
I'm guessing that after we were done fighting the ships, whatever needed to be done, just like Oswalt was done, rigging, running around, cleaning debris,
yeah,
etc., etc. Making sure all the sails are fine and stuff like that. Boat is running, and then at some point, his birds are back, both carrying, which seems to be like a sack full of letters and papers and things like that, and just drop it on him. And they seem pretty mad because they're tired. This is just, ravens.
What the fuck?
And he's just like, fine. And ever since has just been like in a room at a desk writing on parchment with a relatively bored face.
Oh my goodness.
Having a nice glass of wine to...
A nice keg of wine.
Just Will doing his actual fucking job.
I know. While
Wow.
we out here pretending to be weird people and pirates, still got a job that I gotta pretend to be doing. Like I'm not doing all that.
Fuck. Sorry,
So
dude.
he's just writing very official-looking letters and shit like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So if you need him for anything, he'll be there.
One of those papers is very short. It is a letter
Mm-hmm.
asking to explain
Mm-hmm.
why in God's name did I get a bill for all of this elephant food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
There's a hand that you are familiar with, and normally it would be signed with a full signature.
Mm-hmm.
This time, it simply has a dash and a capital letter G.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. I do not reply.
Dearest Scarlet,
Mm-hmm.
why in the fuck
Mm-hmm.
have I received this massive bill for food? Signed, G.
This is really funny because I also requested that under a fake name, so I don't know. I'm just gonna be that.
He just knows.
Something really just got mixed up here. I don't know. Some catering shit. Don't ask me. Probably your people. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Roll bluff.
Yeah.
And not that he's gonna come across. in
I
paper.
make up a huge excuse because I never thought this guy was gonna know it was related to me. That's why I used a fake name.
I just imagine that he's used to this kind of thing by now.
Yeah, he's probably asking everyone.
Yeah. There was probably a long period of time where he was just like, "Was this you?
Yeah,
Was this you?"
this
And then after a while, he's like, "For fucking God's sake!"
who was it? Doesn't want to talk to me because we don't like each other, but
Mm-hmm.
all the same has. Wait,
He
where-
probably sent out that same letter to a bunch of people.
Yeah, exactly. Why the fuck? That's why it's so short and just written. Like,
Yeah.
he had to make 30 of those.
The
Why
first
is
the
there a
first
bill
few
for
were
elephant
probably
food?
like, yeah.
Uh-oh. That was a 1. I didn't roll it very well, but
So he
Fine.
definitely is gonna know it was you.
here, I'll roll it properly.
Somehow.
Okay, 17. I kind of like limp wristed. You know, I was like,
You kind
I
of
didn't
more than
even-
anything, you just dropped it
yeah,
on
I
the
didn't
table.
even roll.
yeah.
Either way, my bluff is like something insane.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna be like,
Great.
I don't know, bro. Don't bother.
So many papers.
I'm not in your political party. Leave me alone.
I mean, fair. Are you in any party? I don't think that you are.
No.
No.
I'm an occult advisor. I'm just gonna use good old don't care, didn't ask plus you ugly and just send it back.
Damn, what the fuck? All right.
Okay.
Jesus.
What's Knack up to at this time?
What is Knack doing?
I mean, Knack was with Art.
He's just with you guys, I think. I don't think he's like doing
Yeah,
much.
translating.
Yeah, I mean, if you are hanging around in the engine room, Art's probably like, "Can you hold this?" And like having Knack use all of his arms, like
Yeah, Knack will carry everything. Yeah.
holding shit and stuff. Like,
Honey has been sniffing around as if he's hungry, but more so than normal.
All right, honey. What do you want?
Is he going to evolve again?
Honey, what do you want?
He evolves into it's
Ah.
Pikachu.
Great
Not fair.
conversation.
He's hungry. He's just fucking hungry. But like
Okay.
ravenously hungry for some reason.
Honey, what's wrong with you? What do you want? What's up, baby? Knack gets down and cups his hand.
He's getting excited when Knack starts talking to him like that. He's
Oh, you want some
like bouncing around.
Oh, you want some food? Knack's gonna feed Honey.
Jesus.
All right.
He's still hungry.
Hope you like. Oh, Knack starts to sweat. What do we got? What do we got on the boat?
you could always fish.
Are the good berries not enough? That's supposed to really feed you.
He's a growing boy.
Maybe that's not what he's craving.
What's he
Maybe
want?
he's got a very
Meat.
specific craving.
What do you want? What do you want, buddy? What do you want?
Honey starts doing this like because he obviously can't communicate with you normally, so he starts doing like these weird body motions, and he's like,
I've never seen that one. Knack's looking back at everyone.
he's trying to act something out. He's trying to make himself look like really big, and he's like,
What the fuck is wrong with your animal?
He's trying to...
He can't talk to animals?
Knack's shaking his head. I've never seen this one before, guys. I don't know.
Can Art just be like looking over his shoulder? Can I make a roll to figure out Honey's charade?
I
Knack
mean,
checks his temperature.
he's warm.
Warmer than normal?
Yeah. But it doesn't seem to be affecting him negatively.
Are you
He
sick?
seems fine.
Are you sick?
Honey shakes his head really hard, so much so that slobber goes flying everywhere.
Can I not talk to him?
I mean, I
we
think
can all talk. We
anybody...
can both talk to him.
Exactly.
I just don't want to hear Honey talk. I really don't want there to be any moment where Honey's just like, well, actually.
I see. Okay. Yeah, you talk to him and he has a very distinguished voice.
Why, thank you. Hello.
I just don't want to know what he sounds
Honey's
like.
just OVA
That's the
Knack
thing.
all the time.
I've talked to many animals in this campaign.
Yeah.
But I don't talk to Honey.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Okay.
Socks. Off limits.
I want to roll an interpretation check. What is it?
We're all around Honey like this. Like we have.
Yeah, I got
end up in
handle
a circle
animal. I'm gonna
looking at
handle the
playing
animal.
charades.
Okay, yeah, I guess it would be handle animal.
I'm gonna handle my animal.
Yeah, everybody's just staring at Honey as he's doing this weird, like, breathing thing, visibly getting more and more
I got
frustrated.
a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
31 for Art glances over his shoulder and he's like,
You're like
he's...
You're like one of those
You
weird
did better
people that
than
when
me.
they play charades, you do like two things that don't mean anything, and they're like, "Oh, a windmill," and everyone's like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck?"
What?
You did significantly better than me.
Okay.
Knack
I'm
gets
sorry.
jealous. I feel like this happens a lot.
This happens a lot.
I feel like this always... Yeah, I mean, this has been a thing since the beginning, because there was the bear moment where y'all handled the bear way better than Knack.
Art, like, secretly should just have been a druid. Like, he's, like,
Secret druid.
weirdly attuned to all the animals.
Well, it's because Art's a Disney princess, so.
Well, technically,
Yes.
of the pantheon that Art worship, it was the plant god.
Wait, what was? Oh, Havaste.
Havaste, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
As soon as Art glances over at Honey, it's the Drake. He's, like, clearly trying to imitate the Drake breathing fire.
Art just, like, blinks for a minute.
Is he gonna breathe fire? Is he gonna
No.
breathe fire?
Art blinks for a minute and, like, kind of turns back around to what he's doing and furrows his brow.
Do we have Drake meat?
We should have Drake meat. You should have Drake meat.
And he's gonna go, I think he wants to eat the Drake.
Did I take Drake meat?
Did you smoked, I think, Drake meat. I think you made, like, Drake jerky or some shit.
You skinned it, and I think you took a bunch of meat for Honey. Because we found out that we killed it for no reason, and then you and Scarlet felt bad and wanted to do something to make sure that we didn't kill it for no reason, like use the whole...
every part of the buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't write that down, so that's good to know. I didn't write anything about that. Wait, it actually might be on Honey's character sheet. Never mind. I forgot that Honey has, like, a big fat inventory.
Oh, yeah,
On
because
one
we
of
keep
my
putting
sheets.
things in Honey's pouch.
Oh, yeah.
It's in one of my...
Just sopping fucking old Drake meat in his pouch.
Drake meat.
I don't like sopping.
Drake meat. Yes,
Yeah.
sopping globs.
Okay.
All right.
Fantastic.
You want this? And Knack pulls out a big piece of Drake meat.
He yoinks it right out of your hands. And
How did the
gobbles
fucker
it
even
down.
know? How did the fucker even remember that? And Knack looks at everyone. How did he remember I had that?
I mean, he might be able to smell it, but he also might just want it. I think that might be the problem.
He really liked eating that Drake, to the point where when we were escaping from the second Drake hole, from the second Drake, he wanted to go fight it because he wanted to eat it. And we had to, and that was what caused the problem, because we were trying to get Honey to leave it alone so we could bail, and then Art handled him better than you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember any of that. Wow. Okay. Damn. How much meat did he eat? All of it or some of it?
As much as you offered.
Okay, I offered him a big old piece. How many people? Okay, let me. Since I did not write it down, how much Drake meat do I have after giving Honey this glob?
I want to say you have like 4 more big hunks of meat. Because Drake is not a small creature.
I should really do something with this. Knack is gonna try. Knack decides that he's going to make something of this meat. Because I don't think there was ever an opportunity for me to actually, like...
No.
If we're going to be on a boat for a while, Knack could probably dry it on the boat.
Just also...
Yeah, he just has to keep Honey away from it, who is apparently ravenous for it.
Brix has all of the Drake's teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 50 teeth.
Did we take the skull?
No.
No.
No, just the teeth.
That would have been cool.
The teeth, the skin, and the meat.
Oh yeah, I have the Drake's skin, right?
There's just this bare-ass, toothless skeleton in a cave now.
Yeah.
What is Brix up to right now?
Heckling.
When she's not down in the hull of the ship harassing Art and anyone else who's working on the engine, I would say she's probably on the deck, spending time with Junior, teaching him tricks, but it's more just her like throwing a stick and him doing something else, and she's like,
Yeah, that's right. Be your own man. Love that boy.
That's really great. I love that. Oh my goodness.
Is Wick still captaining the ship, or what's he up to?
I would say not right now. Oswalt's driving the ship just because he wants to. Wick is just walking around doing random things on the boat. And also just looking around because Wick is sentient now.
God, yeah.
Wick is just, exploring his surroundings because he can now.
Yeah.
I would say that Junior's definitely trying to steal a leg bone or something from Wick every so often. Just going up to him and like nipping at him. And I'm assuming Wick could just shoo him away.
Wick was just kind of shoo him away a little bit, but then also give him a little pat on the head. I would say probably at one point Wick tries to give you a little pat on the head, which I assume Brix doesn't appreciate.
Everybody gets one.
Okay, so Wick gives you a little pat on the head.
Everybody gets one. Big guy.
He just looks kind of satisfied and then waddles off.
That was weird.
If you guys were to observe the map.
Ooh.
I am observing the map.
Oh,
do you want me to do the roll for Art working on the thing?
Yes, please.
Did 12 total, so...
Well, we'll go into what that accomplishes in a moment. So you can see where approximately you guys are chilling out right now.
Yeah.
In the ocean.
Oh, there we are. Oh, boy.
Approximately where Larian was saying he needs to be dropped off is down in the southwest over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You could go around the north of London or around the south or however you want to do that, or if you just want to kidnap him.
South is shorter, right?
We're not gonna kidnap him.
I mean, we could.
That seems like a long way to sail.
It's not going to be short, regardless of what you do.
Yeah.
Quite a distance.
2,000 kilometers. It's...
And technically Dock Rye is along the south coast as well, right?
Dock Rye's over here.
Oh, Dock Rye is on the north. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the north side. You guys sailed across here, got fucking magicked away somewhere into Anime Island, and then came back out and went through this big channel. And yeah.
All right.
You must plot a course now. And Locke will help you once you decide which way to go.
I mean, Art is obviously gonna vote for we're gonna go drop this fucker off and then continue on our way.
Mm-hmm.
That does put us in the surrounding Mundonian waters for a little while.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, well, I don't know what else is there to do.
Yeah, I mean, Oswalt just wants to leave as soon as possible, but he's also not really into the idea of kidnapping this dude, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. That said, I do think in the next couple days, Art is going to be chatting more with Larian as he works on this engine. But once things have settled a little bit,
Okay.
So yeah.
So yeah, I guess we're plotting a course to bring him to where he needs to go.
Okay. So the question now is, do you want to go up around the north or down around the south?
It makes the most sense to me to go down around the south.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
More room to maneuver and it seems shorter.
Upon choosing said route, Laka actually also advises that if you stay a little bit farther away from the Mundonian coast, there's a current that wraps down around the south, which will help the journey go a little bit faster, at least part of the way.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Sounds great. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you plot a course, should be there in maybe a week and a half if things go really well.
Damn.
God damn it.
But we've got enough provisions and stuff. We're good, right? We're good.
I mean, we've got good berries and a guy who can create water.
That's...
That's one thing that I wanted to talk about, actually. Good berries, all good. That's fine. If we wanted anything else, though, we will run out in about 2.5 weeks.
Oh.
Okay.
Like things like, our
Water
rations,
tends to be the problem.
water, the supplies that we have. I don't know if you guys are really attached to the wine.
I mean, once we
but
drop off Larian,
really don't have much of
if
that.
it takes us like a week and a half to get there, and we have 2.5 weeks worth of food, then we're fine.
I'll talk to Larian and get more information about where we're dropping him off.
Well, we can pick up supplies when we drop off your boyfriend there.
Still not my boyfriend. And yes, we can. I'll talk to him about what'll be available there. Perhaps we can, I don't know, find something without exposing ourselves too much.
One last thing, as you guys are finalizing your course, Laka clasps all of his hands together and says,
All right, as much as the current is going to help things along, going that route, at least part of the way, we are going to want to be careful about going a little too far east, because going too far east, we're gonna get into Mornano territory, and supposedly that's all full of dragons, and that's not good. So just bear that in mind.
Right, the Dragon Islands down there.
Oh.
Well, howdy, everyone. Thanks so much for hanging out on this episode of Stumble Quest. The theme, as always, is Struttin by Louie Zong, with other music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. And you know it, this is a bi-monthly podcast, twice a month, so we will see you in 2 weeks on November 8th. If you just can't wait till then, why don't you stop on by StumbleQuest.com, where we have info about the show, cast, and characters. We are at StumbleQuest on Twitter, and if you're feeling a little sociable and want to hang out with a bunch of really cool, nice people, you can always join the show's Discord server. The link is in the description. 5-star ratings and reviews for the show help so much, and if you've already done so, thank you! If you haven't yet, it'd be pretty cool of you to do. We are at patreon.com/StumbleQuest, and yeah, you can still get entry into this play-by-post campaign Rosemary's running, and it is exclusive to patrons. Some patrons playing in it? Boy howdy, would I love to say thank you to right now. Thank you so much to Andy Animates, Crispy, Eldritch Pixel, Elfheim, John Bridaham, Lemon Wiki, Mad Hatter Plush Artist, Mr. Peacher, Mike Provenzano, Shaz Hands, Silver, Striker, The Tommynator, Will the Smoshy, and Zolt. Thank y'all so much. All the support you give just makes it so much easier for us to bring you a fresh episode every 2 weeks. Thanks, everybody. This episode was edited by myself, Allie, and you can find me at UCTheHat on most socials. And tune in next time, folks, where we see if Larian, our favorite little guy, can truly survive a week and a half on open water.